Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. Hope you are all having a great day wherever you are. And my goodness, it is beautiful in New York. And so I'm hoping it is beautiful wherever you are. So, my word, I have just like been grinning for the last hour. I hope you have been too, because just got some news and answered some questions that we had earlier in the year in September, actually. And this dropped today. I posted it on our community page, so you should see it there. You should see the whole video and everything. Prince Harry, because in September when Prince Harry was in New York, after he did the whole UN, all his events at the UN, and he also did the Tonight Mares with Jimmy Fallon. One of the things that he did, and someone in New York who was in a one of those high rise, whatever, brownstones in New York, and down on the Lower East Side, snapped a photo from their fire escape of Prince Harry going into an East Side tattoo parlor. And so the press, obviously the tabloid press, descended on it, including, I think it was TMZ, asking the guy who owned the tattoo parlor about it, asking why Harry was there and all of that stuff. So it was all over the tabloid press. And so the guy who is the one in the inset there, who is with Harry there in the inset, he just said, yeah, well, yeah, he was here, but he wouldn't give away anything. He didn't tell them anything about what it was that Harry was doing there. Did he get a tattoo? Whatever. He just totally didn't give away anything. And today we found out why Prince Harry was there, and we figured it was to get a tattoo. It was like, would be weird because Harry had said in a previous thing that they don't really get tattoos as a royal. They don't get tattoos. So today we found out why Harry was there, and it's hilarious. Harry is so irreverent about everything. He is just so like, that's who he is. He's very military, just to say whatever. And I posted it on our community page. And yes, Harry was there to invite Jelly Roll. This is the gentleman there with Harry at the large picture. I never, up until an hour ago when this dropped, about an hour and something now it's dropped, I had never heard of Jelly Roll in my entire life. Never heard of him, didn't know he existed. And I was like, who? And so, yes, but the whole clip was hilarious with them thinking that Harry came so that Jelly Roll could give him a tattoo. And Harry is like, no, I came here to invite you to perform at the Invictus Games, obviously coming up in Vancouver and Whistler, their closing ceremony. I'm here to invite you. And he's like, well, I thought you were here to for me to give you a tattoo. And the whole mix up, and I remember Prince Harry and that whole redhead mix up with Ed Sheeran. So it's always a mix up somewhere. And it's hilarious. So I hope you guys got a chance to see it. Again, it's posted in our community page. You can also click on definitely give Invictus Foundation, who posted it, some clicks. That would be awesome. And then comment and let them know, what you think of the video. But it's hilarious. With the mix up, and then him giving Harry a tattoo, and Harry was like, how about we do it on my lower back, on my booty? And he's like, no, nobody want to see your booty, Harry. And so you could go see the video and see it's funny. It's, Harry does these comedy bits, and he's really good at it. So yeah, very, very cute, very, very cool. Harry has been just on the ball doing promotions in Vancouver, and then doing this. Vanzola says, yeah, I saw it. It's very funny. Yeah, it's really funny. So yeah, so hello to my friends in the chat. I didn't even say hello to you. Connie is here, and Veronica is here, and Lady P is here. Hi guys. Vanzola, who I just said, and Fatimata is here. Hello, my friends. happy you're here. And if anyone else come, we'll say hello to them when they come in. But so happy you're here. And all of our other friends who are watching, but not in the chat, that is totally fine as well. But yeah, so Prince Harry doing his thing. And the British press are going to be like, I cannot believe he went to a tattoo shop. Well, they know that because they were reporting on it. But when some of the things Harry said, the knickers are going to be in a twist and pearls are going to be thrown and the whole bit. And they're going to pretend that they're so shocked at Harry being so publicly irreverent about things, which Harry has always been like this. So, yeah. Uh, Connie's like, William is going to get a tattoo too. Of course. And I don't know I think it's probably a temporary tattoo. We saw Harry on Sunday and I didn't see a tattoo on his neck, obviously. And we've seen Harry since then and we haven't seen a tattoo. So I'm thinking it's just a temporary tattoo for that. But very, very, very funny bit with Harry promoting Invictus Games and very, very cool. Church Nelly is here. Hi, Church Nelly. Thank you so much for putting the Sussex website there because jump over to Sussex. We're going to talk about some stuff that is on Sussex website. You can also jump over there when we're done. Don't leave us now. Hey, Karen Warner is here, and Lisa Glaze is here, and Veronica. Thank you, Church Nelly, also for putting Highbrow Hippies website. You can go get all of that fun stuff that Meghan gets from her, like the serum and all of that stuff to get healthy hair. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Church Nelly, for being here and putting all of that stuff up. So just look in Church Nelly's post. She has links there to anything that you would need. Just definitely jump on that. Thank you, Church Nelly. How are you feeling? I do hope you are feeling better. So let me know in the post if you like to. Let us know how you are doing. But I am just happy that you are here. And what else with this? And this is a little bit, again, this is from the video. These are just some screenshots from the video that's at the top there. That's the Eastside tattoo parlor. It's called Eastside Ink. And so ink as in INK, the ink they're putting in the body. And so this is Jelly Roll giving, I love that photo of Harry's like eyes closed, Jelly Roll giving him the tattoo there. And at the bottom, actually, let me move my little banner there so you can see it better. Just in case you have not yet seen the video, I'm going to move my banner. But in the meantime, please subscribe, click the notification bell so that you know when we drop a video. Please like and share the video and join the channel and help us grow the channel. We're over 9,500. So thank you, getting closer to 10,000. So that would be awesome. So anyway, so this is a tattoo at the bottom. And the hilarious bit about it is Jelly Roll puts his name at the bottom, which makes Harry freak out like, oh no, you did what? You put your name on my neck? It is a very, very, very funny skit. So definitely jump over to our community page when you get a chance. And the link is there to watch it via the Invictus Foundation's website or their YouTube page. So definitely click on it and watch it. It's very, very funny. They're good together. I'm like, y'all should do a comedy bit together. So that would be awesome. And so Invictus posted it. Actually, it says the most inking of a deal in Invictus history. Watch when Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, meets Jelly Roll. I can't see that. 6:15 at Eastside Ink Tattoo. Don't miss this duo reuniting in Vancouver. IG25, a closing ceremony February 16th. Get tickets before they sell out. So definitely get your tickets for the closing ceremony of Invictus Games. And so yeah, these two are great. And again, I had never, until an hour and something ago, I'd never ever heard of Jelly Roll in my entire life. And so it was really fun. And so when they posted, I responded like, so that was so now we know why Harry was at the tattoo parlor in New York. And so Invictus Games responded, surprise. I'm like, yeah, it was a real surprise. I mean, we knew he was there. We just didn't know it was Invictus. So when Harry was in New York, he covered all of his all of his charities and organizations. He did something for all of them because Invictus was the one that was missing. And so now we know he covered all of them and then went off to Africa, Southern Africa, and covered the other. And it's just like, oh, Harry just hit all of his organizations. It is awesome. And so again, Invictus responded to me like, surprise. And I was like, yeah, that was a wonderful surprise. And, again, I had never heard of Jelly Roll. So I went on YouTube and listened to this song called Son of a Sinner. It is so powerful and so deep. And it's just like, oh my goodness. And so raw. And I put the link to this song on our community page. So when you get a chance, go over there and listen to that song. I'm like, now I understand why his music resonates, and a little bit about him, because again, didn't know anything about him. This is him here. He posted this on his Instagram reel. And so this is there. This is what he posted about it. Jelly Roll performer. He's going to be at the Invictus Games. And so his name is Jason Bradley DeFord, professionally known as Jelly Roll, is an American singer, rapper, and songwriter from Antioch, Tennessee. Beginning his career in 2003, he rose to mainstream prominence following the release of his 2022 single, Son of a Sinner. And I'm like, ugh, never heard of Jelly Roll before today. Apparently, this man has done a lot of things. Oh, on the clip on the right is a little bit faded. I didn't realize it was so faded. Not sure if you can read it, but he's been nominated for just about every kind of award and won some. And it's just like, oh, how did I never heard? I mean, I think he's more into like country music, and he obviously does rock and hip hop stuff as well. And or at least they call it country rap. So maybe that's why I never really heard about it, because I don't really pay attention to country music other than when Beyonce was singing her country thing, doing her country album thing. And even that, I haven't even heard the whole album. So I just know this ain't Texas or whatever it is. So she was saying, whatever her song is. But yeah, so again, maybe that's why I never heard of him. But it's just like, oh, this guy is cool. But if the rest of his songs are as raw and powerful as Son of a Sinner, I totally understand why it resonated so deeply with the Invictus community and why they asked him to perform, because that song is raw and real and just like, whoa, powerful. So kudos to Prince Harry and Jelly Roll. But I love how Prince Harry does it, because it's not the first time I've heard of Prince Harry going and he himself going and asking performers to perform at the Invictus Games. Like, he contacts them himself and does the hard work and get the commitment from them to do Invictus Games. And I just love that. He does not leave that up to other people, where other people, I'm sure like some other people have helped in with others as well. But he definitely is the one that goes out and get the musicians. And so it's just really awesome to see yet again, Prince Harry doing the legwork, not just his staff. So very cool. Looking forward to hearing this. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and the last couple of days, when I recorded my episodes, I recorded them and then posted them. This obviously is live. I'm here right now. But when I recorded them, we didn't get the full information from Sussex.com as to the engagements that Harry was a part of, and sort of the nuts and bolts and the inside of it from Sussex.com. So last night I saw everything and I'm like, oh, cool. So we get a little bit more of the information. So about the engagements that he did. And this is from Sussex.com. So if you have not gone over there, jump over there, because they have a lot more information than this clip, and also more photos as well. And so this is obviously from yesterday, that's what we were saying the day before. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, made a notable appearance at the Grey Cup in Vancouver, taking part in a symbolic jersey pass that highlighted the growing momentum for the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler, held in British Columbia, held at BC Place. The annual football championship in is Canada's most watched sporting event, attracting over 50,000 live attendees and millions more via broadcast. This year's cup marked a significant milestone, as it is the first time in a decade that the event returned to British Columbia. The Duke took center stage during the broadcast alongside Team Canada's competitor Wingney, passing the special IG-25 jersey to Amar Doman, who is the owner of the British Columbia Lions, who I didn't realize that's who it was yesterday. I thought it was one of the team members, and that's the gentleman holding the t-shirt with the Lions up. So he is the owner. Thank you, Sussex.com, for clearing that up. The jersey pass not only marked the connection between the two iconic events, but also serve as a powerful reminder of the game's mission to inspire, empower, and bring together athletes from around the world who have experienced life-changing injuries or illnesses. So fantastic. We talked about this yesterday. Fantastic work by Invictus, and fantastic that they were able to have a space, and they were given a space to let the 50,000 people in that stadium and who watch their live broadcasts to, if they didn't know about Invictus, they've learned something about Invictus. If they didn't know about the games taking place in Vancouver and Whistler, now they do. And so hopefully that brings more people out to the games in February, a couple of months. So, or at least 3 months. So, or 2.5 months, really. And so, yes, so very, very cool, very exciting. And again, go over to Sussex.com. There's more to this article that they wrote. And then, of course, yesterday we saw that Prince Harry was hanging out with the kids. They were part of a school, which I didn't know at the time when I recorded it. So thank you again, Sussex.com. is going to move my little banner, my little brand thing there so I can read this properly. There we go. And so they were part of a school and different ages that Harry met with. And one of the things that reporters there, again, from yesterday, were mentioning that Harry was late because he spent so much time talking to the kids and the people around that he was a little bit behind in the schedule of, I guess, with the reporters and stuff like that. So at the bottom, this is from, again, Sussex.com. These are photos from the events and the time that he spent with the kids, some at the table and some in an auditorium. If you remember, there are photos and video of him sitting volleyball with some of the kids. And so this is from Sussex.com. Again, there's more to this little clip from them. It says, today at Seaford Armory in Vancouver, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, spent time with students, veterans, and IG-25 competitors as part of a school-based initiative designed to shift the perceptions of service members, veterans, and individuals with disabilities. The event showcased a comprehensive set of lesson plans, which will be made available online to school districts across the country. These lessons, tailored for elementary, middle, and high school students, are centered around themes of recovery, resilience, and the incredible journey of those who participate in the Invictus Games. So kids all over the country in Canada, and Prince Harry he also did a speech. He was saying that hopefully this goes throughout the world because, again, you know, these kids are part of the military community out there. This is part of I guess a lot of these kids are part of their parents are in the military of some kind. And so they're getting this there, but they're putting the program for any school around the country who wants to share this stuff with their kids. And especially, you would think like, okay, well, I could see, because I saw somebody wrote an article today and they were like, well, why does he want this in other schools? And on the outside, you would think, well, this is just for the military. I mean, I can understand it with a school, within the military community, but why in schools outside of that? And the answer is simple. There are many people who are veterans who do not live in, say, the military compound, or they don't have military housing, and they live among regular folks, and their kids go to regular schools. And a lot of people whose parents serve in some way in the military who are in regular schools, they're going to go through sometimes and experience some of the traumas their parents went through. A lot of them, if they have military parents, may have seen some form of PTSD or some form of disability that their parents are experiencing, and they go through the trauma as well. And so they need this information into understanding the disabilities, both physical and mental and emotional and all of that stuff, and also how they can view it and how maybe they can learn how to handle it or learn to live with it or however. So this input stuff is important no matter where you are, because again, many thousands and thousands of vets are not living in military communities. They're living in a regular world out here with the rest of us. And it would be so helpful for those kids in understanding those disabilities wherever they are and learning how to handle, because with that come a lot of emotional trauma for the kids as well. And that acts out in different ways. And so and equipping kids and helping them through these things are so important that they understand that. And how, and then we also have to understand again how it impacts them mentally. And so I'm glad this is out there. So if any school wants it, it's out there. Harry hopes it goes throughout the world. Hey, awesome. And part of his speech is that he all of the kids got, and I guess maybe everybody in the auditorium got goodie bags, and part of the goodie bags were tickets to the opening ceremony for the Invictus Games. So they all will have, the kids were all very happy. And this is on the picture on the left is one of the kids showing off her ticket, which when I saw the photo at first I wasn't sure what it is, but then reading it to realize like, oh wait. And then in the little speech Harry was giving, there was a reveal of the tickets. So that little girl is very happy that she got her tickets. They can bring one person with them to the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games in Vancouver, Whistler. So really cool, very exciting. Again, go to sussex.com. There's a lot more to this article and a lot more photos that you can see. And of course, at the bottom is Harry spending time with the kids. Lorna says, with the World War II generation disappearing along with the history, Invictus also helps to reduce the stigma of disabilities. Exactly. And even if the disability didn't even come from being at war, you see some of this stuff out in the real world, because there are traumatic events that happen where people unfortunately end up in these situations, and it really helps the kids to it helps to normalize that stuff, and so that kids aren't like, oh my gosh, and so they learn early how to handle that stuff. And then that also helps the person with the disability, that they're in an environment where they're accepted. And so teaching kids this stuff at an early age helps so much. So I think it's a fantastic thing. So if some people could see beyond the military part of it, it helps no matter what walk in life. And of course, teaching them about how sports can help them through whatever it is they're going through. Sports can really be a help to that. I mean, that's invaluable, whether it's a military stuff or not. So really cool. Thank you so much, Lorna. Great comment there. So Prince Harry, you do you. Invictus is heating up. They are so excited. They are promoting this thing. And I'm telling you, my prayer is that it is all of the games and all of the events are completely sold out, and people are there to really support the veterans who have sacrificed so much for their countries wherever they are. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to be doing some reporting from there. Very exciting. So I already have my opening night ticket. So very excited for that. I have to get the others. So yeah. But anyways, what else is going on with that? Oh, so we're going to jump over to Shutter Island for a second, but we're just going to take a roll back into memory a little bit from Spare. When in Spare, and I've read this before because I talked about this before. In Spare, Harry talked about the court circular, and we know what the court circular is. Basically, the events or the engagements that the royal family has done for the year. And so in there all of their meetings and events where they meet people and all of that stuff. So this is a little bit about Prince Harry talking about the court circular, which you will find if you go to the royal family website. It says at the end of the year, when all the numbers got tallied, comparisons would be made in the press. Ah, this one is busier than that one. Ah, this one is a lazy S word. The court circular was an ancient document, but it had lately morphed into a circular firing squad. It didn't create the feeling of competitiveness that ran in my family, but it amplified them, weaponized them. Though none of us ever spoke about the court circular directly or mentioned it by name, that only created more tension under the surface, which built invisibly as the last day of the calendar year approached. Certain family members had become obsessed, feverishly striving to have the highest number of official engagements recorded in the circular each year, no matter what. And they'd succeeded largely by including things that weren't strictly speaking engagements, recording public interactions that were mere blips, the kind of things that Willie and I wouldn't dream of including, which is essentially why the court circular was a joke. I'm sorry, I cannot speak. It was all self-reported, all subjective. 9 private visits with veterans, helping with their mental health, 0 points. Flying via helicopter to cut a ribbon at a horse farm, winner. So you've recognized this probably if you've read Spare. And so this is what Harry, and he has a lot more to say about it and what a joke it was. And also he goes on to say that with him and William, when he was part of the royal institution there, their engagements were limited to the money that King Charles gave to them. And then King Charles will limit it so they don't have more engagements than him. So that way he can brag about all the engagements that he has. And then when they don't have a lot of engagements, then the press attack them. So that's more of the stuff about the engagement. But the thing that's very important in here is that some people who were so obsessed with the court circular would put stuff in there that really shouldn't be in there, just to pad it up and just to make it look like they're doing all of this stuff. And things that should be in there, Harry would say, like, 9 engagements with veterans and stuff and helping with their mental health, 0, nothing is in there. And so this stuff has been going on every year, and we've seen it every year, where at the end of the year, especially with the Express, I don't normally use the Express, but they, especially with all their many polls that they do, they're the ones who are obsessed, especially, and then the rest of the tabloid press follow along. They are obsessed with the court circular and the numbers of engagements that the royal family have done, so that they can tally up who are the hardest working royals for 2020, whatever year it is. This year, obviously, is 2024. Prince Anne crowned the hardest working royal again, as surprise member takes 3rd spot. Princess Kate has largely been absent this year as she underwent preventative chemotherapy. Like, what? Following her cancer diagnosis back in March. Question mark, question mark, question mark. In October, she announced that she completed her treatment and would slowly return to royal life. Prince William also had a quieter year with 71 engagements, a 35.5% decrease from 110 in 2023. Now, from the Republic group, always putting Prince William and Kate's their engagement on actual calendar. Think back to William's year. Think back, if you can, to all the times that you've seen William out and about this year. Did it add up to 71? All of the months that William missed in this year, did it add up to 71? think about Kate for a second and think about all the times you see Kate actually out on an actual engagement. Did it add up to 11? Yet here we are. William somehow magically has 71 engagement after literally missing the majority of the year. Kate practically disappeared with her quote unquote chemo and quote unquote cancer treatments and stuff. When was Kate out doing something 11 times this year? And I'm like, again, going back to Prince Harry's article, his book Spare, they just pad this number. And even with the 71, this is like 12 months, 365 days a year. William did 71 engagements. Let's just be very, 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 very generous to William. Say that his engagement lasted the entire day, which we know doesn't, because it's usually 45 minutes tops that they do these engagements. Let's just be generous and give him the entire day. And Kate, the entire day. William, out of 365 days, William worked 71. And they really want to convince people that they're the hardest working royals. They're so hard that William worked 71 days. And that's us being very generous because, again, we know these things are only 45 minutes. Kate supposedly worked 11 days out of 365 days. 11 days, which we know she didn't. And we know that they put like, oh, well, she did an office thing with her staff for the baby thing that she's doing, whatever that is. And it's just the most ridiculous thing. And even Princess Anne, who I've always asked this question, what exactly does Princess Anne, like she's always at the top as the hardest working royal, yet I cannot for the life of me see any impact that Princess Anne, and maybe they just don't report on it, but what impact with all the places that she goes and the engagement that she does, and she travels from here to there and meeting, and I have yet to see the impact in any of these organizations that Princess Anne has had on these organizations. And yet from year to year, she's always the hardest working. And yes, we know she goes to these things, but what is the impact? What does she do there? Like, whose organization or life have changed because of Princess Anne? I have no idea. I mean, maybe y'all can tell me because I am like at a loss as to understand what exactly she does and what impact has she made on people. We could see what Harry and Meghan do, and we could see the impact. It's there. Tangible impact. It's there. We have yet to see the tangible impact. Even Prince William's earth-shot mess that he does. Like, okay, yes, we know you do this stuff, but what else? What do you do? Like, what's the impact, and how are these people doing? Like, I have no idea. I have no idea. And are these organizations that they work with, are they talking about the impact that they've had? Because I don't see any. The impact that our faves work with, they talk about it. We see it there. And so it's just is very, very like, it just, yes, the working royals, the hard-working royals. What else is happening in the UK? Right, the UK press is not racist at all. At all. So we know that Wicked is happening. Wicked is coming out. The movie Wicked, that is. Wicked, the play, is still on Broadway. And Wicked, the movie, with Ariana Grande, and also with what's her name? Erica. All of a sudden I forgot her name. Shoot. Help me here. I am like totally just went blank on her name. So how did I just go blank on her name? But anyways, one of this, and I forgot to put the handle that posted this, that she was talking about the fact that this is, I guess they had like a premiere in they had a premiere in the UK. I know they had a premiere also in the US recently, and it was very much not very, I don't know. It was just very very low key. And so I didn't even realize it was there, and it was just like, oh, well, that's interesting. I didn't realize it was there, and it was just like, just sort of not a big deal. But I guess, I don't know, it's just that it started. I mean, they did the big opening in New York, and then people started talking about it, and then by yesterday I saw that so it had so many reviews, and so actually it's having really 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 great reviews. And so it just like all of a sudden it was just like blown up. And I mean, oh, maybe I just wasn't paying attention until yesterday. But I'm sorry, Cynthia Erivo is her name. But for some reason in the UK, it's now all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, Wicked is here. It's just this big thing now. And so what this person on X was doing, she was looking through, I guess these are, and I'm not in the UK, but she was posting that she was looking through the different paper news outlets, the newspapers yesterday. And so she posted this video of, these are some, at least some of the major news outlet, the newspapers, the physical newspapers in the UK. And what she was noticing was, even though the premiere in the UK, there are lots and lots of picture of Ariana and Cynthia, and in the newspapers, all they had in the newspapers were photos of Ariana. And it was just like, but there's so many pictures. Like you can see, this is just one of them of Cynthia. And I think this all happened yesterday in the UK. UK folks, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but and they both look amazing. And Cynthia's character, Ephaba, is like the main character about Wicked, and obviously they're both the stars of it. But it's just very interesting that on the newspapers, the majority of the newspapers, all of them just literally just has Ariana. And the sad part of this whole thing was that Cynthia is actually British. Cynthia is the one that is British. She's in her home country. And they just completely left her off the front page. It's like, it's all about Ariana. And it's just like, and you think of, because they always have this issue with especially black actors in the UK, that the minute they start getting famous, their career starts picking up, they leave the UK and go to the US. And well, if this is how you're going to treat your people, if this is how you're going to treat your actors, this girl is in a major movie and she is in her home country at the premiere, and in your major newspaper, you just completely left her off and put the American one, the whiter one, on your paper. Then why would they want to stay in the UK? Like, why, if this is how you're treating them? And it's not that, they're just doing it for press or should care just what the press does, but it's so insulting. It is so insulting. I mean, how do you explain that? Imagine Cynthia waking up the next morning, and again, as of from yesterday, and I guess it's yesterday, maybe they had an embargo on the reviews of Wicked, and then all of it just sort of came out, and I just kept seeing all of this. And the movie is getting incredible reviews. Both of their performances are getting incredible reviews. People are talking about award season, that they should be nominated and all of this stuff. The movie is a major movie. And to go to your country and present this in your home country, only to see the next morning that your paper, the major newspaper, has completely left you out. When your character is the main character. And it's like, I don't even, like, how do you, it just is unbelievable. So of course this is, of course people are upset about it. It's, Avana said, it's so sad how they do Cindy. I know. It is so. I know she's looking stunning in this outfit. I mean, I don't quite understand the outfit, but she looks stunning. I mean, look at that. Look at. I mean, if I'm the art director of a paper, why would I want to leave? I mean, just you can just get this photo. Why would I want to leave her? I mean, she is just so stunning, and her presence is just so powerful. But they want the one that looks like more English roses, like because Ariana has this English rose kind of personality and persona. So that's what they want on their paper. They want the whiteness on their paper. And they want to convince the world that, oh, they're not racist at all. No, 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 you're misunderstanding. They're not racist at all. It's your imagination. Amazing. And again, and with this stuff, I mean, I don't really know. I don't really follow Cynthia Erivo. That's why it's like, for some reason, her name even went out of my mind. I don't follow any of these people, so I don't really, I don't really know much about their career. I just know the only thing I know about Cynthia is that she was in The Color Purple when it was in Broadway. I had never seen it, so and then I don't really follow her career at all. I don't really know anything about her. Nor do I follow Ariana Grande's career. I don't. It's not people that I follow. So, but it's just with racism and stuff like this is so there and present and blatant that you can't just you can't miss it. It's just so in your face. And again, it's her home country, and this is what they do to her. I mean, I can't imagine. But again, she's such a major talent. I saw a clip on X a couple of days ago. She was on Jimmy Fallon's show, and they were doing one of these Jimmy Fallon things where he does a song, like they sort of randomly pick a song in a genre and or a different genre from what the song is originally in. And that was really the first time I had literally heard her voice, and she is tremendous. I heard her do an opera version of The Hills Are Alive with The Sound of Music, and it was just like, oh my gosh. I don't really know her, and I never followed her career, and that was the first time I was hearing her voice, and that was earlier this week. And so I'm sorry, late last week. And so it was just like, wow. But so anyway, that's all I got on this. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. So Petal, now you see why they treat Meghan the way they do. Oh my goodness. Of course. And so it's sad, and it's so rank. It's horrible. Hello, Maria. Maria said it's 8:11 p.m. here in France. Oh, hi. How are you? Our friend Squatty. So happy you can join us. Let's see what else. Black Queen says, hello, Black Queen, our awesome moderator, says, Connie B at April M. I'm just snooping in her conversation here. Says, that's why they rejected VP Kamala. She smashed all their racist stereotypes and tropes. They knew she would have done better job than all the fragile palm folks combined. I mean, you see this pattern in a lot of ways, although I have a differing view as to why Kamala lost, but this was part of it. Like, you can't ignore this element of it, obviously, because in most of America, white supremacy is what the thing that most of them want. And so Kamala obviously didn't fit that box. And you see that's with so many people, Black women especially, who they are just afraid. They are afraid of them. They're afraid of their power, and they know that they can't measure up. And so they do everything they can to eliminate, erase, put down whatever they can to make sure that Black women especially cannot rise, or don't have the publicity, or don't have the attention, or don't have the whatever the standing is that they deserve. And you see this just expressed in so many ways. They don't mind opening the food banks and feature Black folks there. They don't mind all those things. But when it comes to something like this, here's a Black woman fronting one of the biggest films that's probably going to be out this year, especially this season, and they completely erase her from their newspaper. And it's and then when you tell them they're racist, they're like, what? No, we're not racist. We didn't see her there. We only saw Ariana. She was wearing black, so we didn't see her. Only Ariana we saw. Yeah, sure. But Connie Palmer says, Black Queen, they're scared of us because we see through them, and that makes them uncomfortable and scared. Very true. Very, very true. Lorna says, Cynthia E is a major talent. She's a triple threat. I have watched her videos singing on YouTube. She is there vocally with J Hud. Oh, wow. Yeah, Jennifer Hudson is amazing. Again, I only for the first time saw or heard Cynthia Erivo last week on Jimmy Fallon, and I was blown away. And and between her and Jelly Roll, I have learned about two artists that I never knew, and now I'm like, okay, I gotta sit down and listen to more of these people's voices because powerful, very different, obviously, but very, very powerful. So yeah. Black Queen says they hate us to be equal to them. They will never acknowledge our excellence. We are the kryptonite to their mediocrity. Very true. Very, very true. Some appreciate and uplift it. The majority, no, they don't want to hear that. Because we are, at that stage, you're operating above your station, as King Charles liked to say. Let's see. Just scrolling up. What else you guys are saying? Somebody please tell Willie that the Urkel pants aren't hip. I don't even know what Urkel pants he was wearing. I didn't pay attention. That is so funny. And I like Urkel. Yes, of course. Nobody liked Urkel's pants. So very, very, very funny. Trish Ellie says, what silly Willie get a tattoo and dye his beard red? I wouldn't be shocked at the tattoo. I definitely wouldn't be shocked at the tattoo. Sharon Augustine says, hello, everyone at work listening in the cloud. We love Harry in Canada, and that Harry definitely loves you guys, and definitely we saw from Harry at the stadium for the Grey Cup, and it's so weird. I am learning all these new things in the last week. I had never heard of the Grey Cup either. Like, I never paid attention. When I heard the Grey Cup, I was like, what? What is that? And I was just like, how did I not know that there was a Grey Cup with all these people around the world watching, and except me, not ever hearing about the Grey Cup until now. And so the Grey Cup and Cynthia Erivo singing and Jelly Roll, like all these new things I'm learning is just wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. So yeah. Let's see. What else you guys are saying? Oh, Black Queen, 21 months. Oh, my word. Thank you so much for your support. And on top of that, she buys a super sticker. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. You guys help me pay for this platform and all that stuff. So thank you to all of you who are support us as part of the 2 Cents Crew, and also as Black Queen here supporting, buying super stickers and supporting the channel. Thank you all so very much. Karen said Cynthia had a big concert at the Royal Albert Hall. She have a powerful voice. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to check that out too. So yeah, it's amazing. I'm telling you, this woman is incredibly talented. If you get a chance, I'm assuming it'll be on YouTube because they post all this stuff on YouTube. But the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, definitely check it out. It is, I mean, with Cynthia Erivo, she was absolutely fantastic. So like, bow down, girl, bow down. It's amazing. But anyways, guys, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Very short one today. Our faves are doing great. Prince Harry is doing great. If you haven't gotten a chance to go watch the video, check out our community page. The link is there. Also, I put a link to Jelly Roll's song "Son of a Sinner." So incredibly powerful. I totally understand why Invictus Games would really be clued into his music, and he's just so real and raw, and it's really awesome. So I could totally understand the impact that his music has had on them. So anyways, thank you guys, have a great day. Thank you to our awesome moderators, Lydia, Trish, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream, and Black Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to all of our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful 2 Cents crew who support the channel on a monthly basis. And to those of you who also support in the chat, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone. And I will chat with you next time. Bye, everybody.